Right lads, so now we're set up here by track. We're going to start with recording now. This is the same process you're going to do for every single track you create. You're going to create track upon track and do recording upon recording. You just follow exactly the same rule, exactly the same procedure. No bother, you're just recording different things on different tracks. Okay, I've got one here. I'm going to press my wee command button and my wee app equals on my keyboard and go to the mixer window. Now the first thing I'd like you to do when you get to this mixer window is I'd like you to create what we call a master fader. Go up to track, press new. I'd like you to go to this bit here and select stereo this time rather than mono. So select stereo and go to the audio track bit and I want you to click on master fader. What's this for? Basically this could easily be called the gaffer fader or the boss fader or anything like that. I want a fader that will control the level of all these other faders. Now I've only got one here. I've only got one channel called mic. Say I had 100 or 20 or 30 different types of channel and 30 different tracks set up recording all these different things. They can all individually be set in terms of their playback volume by using this fader here. But I want them all to go to this master fader so that I can control the overall level of all of them at one time just by one fader. So that's what this is for. Okay, so I want you to create a master fader. When you go to the master fader, go up to this wee bit here. Now you see this wee bit here that's called I/O. It basically means input, output. And what you're actually getting given here is the ability to change the settings for the input and output of the track. If I go to the master here, I want to make sure this master is set to Akai output 1 and 2. Okay? And that basically means that this master fader will go to the headphone outputs that you're going to listen to on your Akai. Okay? So the monitoring section of the Akai, the 1 and 2 channel, I want that to be able to hear what I've got going on in Pro Tools. So just make sure that goes to 1 and 2. What do I want this bad boy to do? Well, every single one of your channels or your tracks here, you want to go to the master fader. So if the master fader is getting set to this 1 and 2, make sure every single output you've got is going to 1 and 2, Akai output 1 and 2, because they want to go to the exact same place the master fader is going to so the master fader can control it. So make sure every single channel you've got is going output to 1 and 2, the exact same place as the master fader. Alright? And that means you'll be able to control it and hear it, no bother. What's the input bit for? The input bit for is pretty simple. It gives you 4 options. Now you can see in the front of the Akai, you've got 4 different inputs. You've got 4 wee sockets at the front that are labelled 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is you basically telling that channel which socket you want it to look for the audio. Alright? So if I select Akai input 1 here, that channel, when I arm it and press this record button on it, that's going to go to input 1, socket 1 on the Akai. And if I've got a mic connected, which I have, which you see here where I'm tapping it, and I'm talking into this now, 1, 2, 1, 2, the Pro Tools channel there called mic 1 is going to receive the audio and be able to record it. Okay? If I had a microphone plugged into socket 2 on the Akai, I would simply just do that and go to socket 2. If I'd, follow any other one, no bother. And that's you. Job done. So, that's us. I've got channel 1 selected here. I'm happy. I've got my wee track armed. I'm ready to go. And all I would do is I'd start to record now. So how do you start to record? Well, if I go up to window here, you can bring up something called the transport. Here's my transport bar here. You're going to put your record button on. So I've armed my track. Now if you de-arm the track there and press that wee red button off, you see there's nothing happening because the track's not ready to record anymore. But see, as soon as you press that wee red button, that's it armed and ready to record, and you can see it receiving the signal. You've got a gain knob here on the Akai for each channel. It's called channel 1 gain, channel 2 gain, channel 3 and channel 4 gain. That gain pot is basically you selecting how much boost the Akai is going to give you a signal. So you set your level that way. And what you're looking for is as you talk into it, if I start to modify it, you'll see here my level's actually starting to change. What you're looking for, ideally, see using your gain pot and talking into it, I would like you to get to probably just above the halfway. See if you talk the loudest you can. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Give it a bit of juice and give it as loud as you're going to go. get yourself to probably just above the halfway mark and you're happy. And that means you're not going to distort and you're not going to ruin the recording by just having too strong a level. See if you got it too strong, you get this, and that means it's distorting. See, as soon as you see that wee red thing at the top there on the meter, that shows you your level's too strong and you're distorting and your audio that you're recording is bust. So don't you do that. Make sure you get it around about 3/4. Use your gain pot to get it right, and that's you happy. Alright? Now what? I've got my record button here. All I need to do to start recording is press the play. Now, do you want a click? Now, are you going to play something that you need some kind of timing reference, or are you just going to record something with no real timing reference? Well, I don't know. See, if I was just going to record freestyle, I would just press play. And that's me recording just now. If I use my wee Apple and equals, you can see there, I'm recording just now. And if I go to my mic and I start talking into it, you can see the audio starting to come up now on the track. That's my audio that I've got on this track through input 1 in the Akai, getting recorded, and it's nice and clear and it's obvious there. Alright? Brilliant. I can stop that now. See the audio? That's the waveform there. What you can do as well is quite handy. See the zoom bit I showed you earlier on? These wee arrows here for zooming in and zooming out. See this wee wave bit here? You can actually zoom in and zoom out on the waveform as well. And that's not you making it louder or quieter. You're just zooming in on it so you can actually see it. And that's quite handy sometimes to just get a right good look at the waveform. Alright? So that's my audio recorded there. How about a click? Let's just get a click set up. See, to get a click set up so you can actually have some kind of timing reference, a wee metronome. Just do this. Go up to track and you see the bottom there, it says create click track. Here's a wee click track here. Just by doing that, I've now got a wee click track here. The wee click track set up. If I go to the mixer by using Apple and equals, here's the click track here, all set up, ready to go. How do you get your click track to be set up for tempo? You come along to here, and all you do is by press this wee conductor guy, make sure the wee conductor guy isn't selected, and you've now got the ability to go to here and change the tempo. You can just type it in by typing 100 on the keyboard, like that. Or, see, by using the mouse, you can actually just drag the mouse up and down, and that gives you the ability to change the tempo as well. And that allows you to have some kind of, reference as you're maybe recording a guitar or recording any different part, that you need some kind of timing indication. Alright? Make sure you've got the wee metronome thing on here. So that's really quite a handy thing. You really need to make sure it's on, but it usually comes on by default right from the start. As soon as you click on it, you get some options here. Do you want the click to play during play and record? Do you want it to play only during record or during count off? I would want it probably to play just now during record. But you can have it on play and record if you want. When you play it back, you hear the metronome playing back as well, and it'll play during record. Okay. Do you want a count off? There's a count off bit here. Do you want a wee 2 or 4 bar count off before you start recording? Well, you can tell it how many bars you want, and if you want it to work only during record. Just now, do I want a count off? Yeah, I want a count off. I want a count off only during record, so that when I'm not recording, it will play right from the get-go. If I wanted the count off to be playing during playback, I would just deselect that, and I could indicate how many bars I want as well. Alright? And what that means is this: if I start recording this time, I can now go to here and here, and what you'd see is the click is playing. Now you can't hear it because I've got it on the Akai, but there's a click playing now, and you can change the tempo of the click by this here. You can see it going faster now, and if I go really slow, you can see the click going really slow, and that's playing back, and you'll be able to hear it through the headphones. If you want to change the sound of the click, just click on that, the wee the click insert at the top, and you can actually go here and you've got different types of click that you can change, no bother. Alrighty, I usually go cowbell. So I've got a cowbell set, I can change my tempo, and I've got my count off and stuff set up here, no bother. And that's me got a click now that I can play along with. Alrighty, and you can see here there's a few wee options in terms of how you want the notes accented and unaccented in that as well. So you can foot about with that until you get the exact kind of click you want. Alright, so that's recording setting it up, setting the Akai up, and getting a clip track that set up as well. And that's going to really cover you for most of the stuff you do in terms of basic recording and getting stuff into Pro Tools through the Akai. Alright?